And I guess I'll just wait until a few people come here and there. Hold on. Oh, okay. So there's just like one person alive right now. I don't know who that is exactly, but three people. I don't know if you're able to text in the chat. I don't know if I can see you guys. Hold on. Can someone like type something in the chat for me? Is there anyone gonna type? I don't know if I'm okay. There we go. Oh gosh. Hello. Goodness. It is. I'm so sorry. I cannot read the comments right now because like the screen right here is like. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see if I could. There we go. There we go. Is there like any way? Let me see. Settings. I'm trying to find dark mode, but like I'm using DuckDuckGo, so and I have no idea how to. Oh, hi Liff, hi Liff. Okay, so just a quick thing right now, just letting you guys know, if I like pause the stream here and there, uh, home screen, appearance, hopefully appearance, uh, hello, Starry, hello. There we go. New tabs. Sure, we'll relaunch it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Not the fanfic. Okay, before I get into this, I want to clarify right now that me and Liv actually read this fanfiction, like a while back. Not only that, I actually already know what this fanfiction is about. However, there's not like surprisingly, despite the fact I researched this and I guess Google AI just told me yeah, this fan fiction is popular, but it's like it was never talked about like around in an Adam and Sandy fandom and community as is Experiment 21 and Case 34. I which by the way, I know a little bit about what Experiment 21 is, but um like I haven't read the fan fiction because it's like it's way too long for me. As for Case 34, I've seen some parts of it. I know there's like specific ships in there, like Taco Mike and such. But yeah. Let's see. So this is um oh gosh, okay. So this is what it says. Again, if I get out, like if I repeatedly like pause the stream here and there, it's because Wattpad is going to ask me, and it's also because I don't have an account on here. Wattpad is going to ask me, like, hey, like, do you want to continue reading? Sign in, which I don't want to do. I already have AO3, and that's already enough trouble enough than it is on Wattpad. So, yeah. And again, I'm just using the site freely, as freely limited as it is right now, so yeah. This is a description. Taco and Microphone were caught by knife, and Taco is worried that they may be found out by the other contestants. So they make a plan to prevent that from happening. But what will happen when Microphone goes too far? This book contains gore, mature language, and sensitive content. So yeah, I'm only gonna be reading like at least like chapters 1 through 3, pretty much. I'm pretty sure you can tell by the title alone that it is. So yeah. Okay, there's one person here now. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Also, just I want to mention that just the parts alone. This was made back in like 2000, uh, like 2009. So yeah. So it's a pretty old fan fiction, and the author of the person is Mayhem Sparks. Um, I don't think they're active as much online, but wherever they are, I do wish them good luck. This is the only fan fiction that they ever have like posted out. Um, I'm pretty much, if I remember, they said that like yeah, it's fine. They said that they would make more stories and such, but I guess that never was the case. Well, either that or they have, but they like quitted since then. But yeah, I do wish them good luck. Good like a good like just goodwill and all. Chapter 1, Threat. Taco's POV. Nice. I'm sorry. I'm trying to take this seriously as best I can. Um, Microphone turned around in shock to see Knife standing up from behind a bush, his eyes glistening with triumph and disgust. Behind her, Taco was frozen with surprise, her eyes fixed on Knife. This was it, their planned ruin. Huh. Or, wait, hold on. Let me get into my best Knife impressions possible, since I'm a girl. Glistening. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine, Mom. Sorry. Mom was on the other side of my room. Huh. He turned and walked away. He didn't reply to Mike. Once he disappeared, Taco let out an angry cry. Idiot! She slapped her forehead with a groan. What are we gonna do now? Oh. Mike just stood there, her eyes hollow with fear. I have to go. Taco watched in silence as her ally ran off into the forest after Knife. She turned and walked into the woods, her mind sent into an instant world of an idea. Any idea. Nice POV. I knew it. I knew Microphone was acting suspicious. He thought as he stomped through the dense undergrowth folding around him. He was walking for a short while before he heard bushes rustling behind him. Moments later, Mike burst through, her face strained with worry. Knife, wait! She ran in the front of him with a yelp. The blade glared at her and halted, only inches away from the treacherous object's face. What do you want? He snarled. I just want to talk. Mike panted for a moment, tired from running. Please don't tell anyone. Knife paused. His thoughts flashed to the time when Trophy had blackmailed him and his secret. He shook off that thought and faced her with a face of stone. Don't worry, I won't say anything. He started. Just take a moment to think of where your loyalty lies. Taco will cause nothing but trouble. Mike opened her mouth to argue, but the male shoved her chest, so she was pushed backwards into a tree and walked off. um, Mike's POV. Relief jabbed her as Knife turned away, grumbling. Although the hard shore into the tree stung, she didn't mind for now. At least her secret was safe. I'm crying. Yeah, hey, we listen and we don't judge, okay, guys? Okay? Especially you, Lip, okay? I see you in the chat. The mail. Okay. Um, although, okay, where was I? Oh yeah. I should go and tell Taco it's alright. She nodded to herself and ran, through the woods. After a while of searching, she huffed a sigh and turned up her gain, straining to hear her mysterious ally. Taco? She paused, and then smiled as she heard the British-voiced object respond. Mike, we need to talk. In person. I'm at the crooked tree. Hurry up. Mike turned off her gain and shot into the forest. She knew where she was going. Only minutes later, she reached the tree and saw Taco waiting for her, a grim look on her face. Listen, Mike, microphone. Taco, we're safe. We don't have to worry about Knife. He said Mike. I'm trying to do my best British impression as possible, so yeah. Taco cleared her throat. You can't trust him. He has problems. But do not fret. I have a plan. One that will work very well. Mike perked up, interest sparking her gaze. What kind of plan? Well, nice POV. Stupid Taco. Stupid microphone. He pushed his way out of the edge of the woods. And into the main competing area. He instantly spotted Paintbrush and Lightbulb sitting at the calm down corner. He ignored them and stroked towards. Did I say stroke? Strode. That's what I meant. Strode. Strode towards a tree at the far side of the clearing. He needed to think. Why the hell would Mike even think to work with Taco? She must be stupid. Wait. let me repeat that in as nice a voice as possible. Why the hell would Mike even think to work with Taco? She must be stupid. I'm sorry, I'm in a laughing mood for some reason. She must be stupid. It then occurred to Knife that Mike wasn't in season 1. Therefore, she wouldn't know about Taco's nefarious plan. Still, she should know, idiot. Yet Knife couldn't shake off a soft, bubbly feeling in his heart for the loud object. Yeah, that's chapter 1. Yeah. I mean, not the best, but it's something. It's something somewhere, right? Anyways, let's see. I'm scared. Murder. Mr. Phone, I got your wires. Alright, let's continue part, God damn it! Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. Um, Back to chapter 2 now. Chapter 2, which is 2 talk. No! Stop! Oh wait, no. Hold on. Microphone's POV. No! Stop! You imbecile! Did no one teach you how to set a bear trap? Sound like um you know what? Every time Taco's voice comes up, I'm gonna say it in Stella's voice from Haluva Boss because I think that would set the mood actually, honestly. Nah. Alright. Mike grunted in annoyance. Taco's plan was stupid, but she supposed it might work. She was crouched beside Taco, fiddling with some metal bits on the underside of the bear trap. Why couldn't you have done this yourself? Mike complained. Are you really that stupid? Taco snarled. Then she paused and took a breath to calm herself. I can't because you need to know where the traps are yourself. We can't have you get killed. Well, yeah, I suppose that's right. Mike pulled out a rod of metal wire. So, what will we do with this? Tie it around those 2 trees over there. Taco pointed with one hand over to a stretch of the trees. Remember to attach it carefully. Shit, where was I? Mike nodded and walked over to the trees, carefully tying the metal around the trunks and adjusting it so it would snap around an object's leg when it came into contact. A while later, Taco led microphone back to the crooked tree, her face creased with the grim triumph. Perfect! Now no one will be able to find us again. Excuse me. Mike's British-voiced friend put her hand to her chin, thinking. But now what will we have to do about Knife? We don't have to do anything. He said he wouldn't tell anyone. Microphone blurted. Didn't we already have that conversation? No, not Mike. Taco glared at Mike. Well, yeah. Listen, Mike, we have 2 options here. We either convince him to join us. The Mexican food pulled out a taser out of seemingly nowhere. Or we prevent him from saying anything. She grinned devilishly at her ally. What do you mean by that? Mike asked nervously. Oh, you know what I mean. It's up to you, though. Alright, I think we should try to get him on our side, but if he declines... Her eyes darkened with pain. We should get rid of him. Wow, so edgy, it's so dramatic. Knife sat under a tree, the leaves keeping him from hidden from the glaring sun. Nah, don't worry, he's fine. He'll be fine, totally. He had been sitting there for a while, thinking about Mike and Taco, and about what he should do. Should he tell Mephone? He couldn't help but wince at his stupidity. He couldn't believe he made that promise. It was stupid of him. Don't worry. Don't worry, I won't say anything. Ugh! He snarled and slammed his fist onto the grass below him. There was no way he was going to keep his promise. He had to tell someone. Just At that moment, he heard footsteps behind him. He didn't want to turn around to know who it was. Knife, we need to talk. I have nothing to say to you, Nick. He turned slightly so he saw her face. She looked stressed and worried. Please, she begged. It's important. The kitchen utensil turned away with a grunt. He wasn't in the best mood today. Fine, but make it quick. Mike looked around nervously, then beckoned to him. Or I'm sorry, I can't read. To him. Not here. And I followed her a little way further from the main competing area. He crossed his arms and looked her in the eyes. Now what? Join us. Knife thought for a moment that he heard wrong. What? We need you to join us, please. She smiled nervously at him. And why would I do that? He snarled. Taco is evil. Why would I want to join her? Mike instantly jumped to her friend's defense. She is not. She stumped forward, her eyes darkening. You do realize, she whispered darkly, if you don't join us, we have to kill you. Can't let anyone find out about us. Knife began to feel sick in the stomach. Can you give me the time to think things out? Mike nodded, though her eyes showed suspicion. Don't think about telling anyone about this, or you know what will happen. She turned and walked into the nearby woods without another word. Knife stared at her, shocked. This microphone was nothing like the Mike he had known before. What had happened? Okay, and won't you look at that? It's fan art. Beautiful, lovely art of Knife and microphone in the woods. Really pretty, really cute. Alright, let's continue on the next part. Fuck! Okay, back to chapter 3. Okay. This is where things get a little spicy. Wait, what is this? I can't. Hold on. What does she say? Hold on. I feel like reading from AO3 is a little better, but I can't change your mind, so, huh? Okay. In this case, chapter 3 is called Wires. Oh, get it? Because the chapter is the chapter's named after the title. Cool, right? Smut? Wait, smut? What do you mean smut? What do you mean smut? Gosh. You know, there's no smut. Sorry, it's fine. Alright. Chapter 3, which is 3 wires. Hold on. Excuse me. Test tube's POV. Test tube was on her way to the forest, on the far side of the competing area. She decided that it might be good to gather some research about the area. Who knows if there might be some kind of awesome new plant or something. She hummed quietly to herself as she walked when she heard someone calling her name. Test tube! Hey! Hey, Testy, wait for me! Fan rushed up to her side and smiled at her. He had his phone in one hand and his egg in the other. Where are you going? Oh, I was going to go into the forest to conduct some research on the plant life there. Test tube explained, fiddling with the clipboard and pen in her hands. Oh, cool! Can I come? Sure thing, although I have to warn you, I'm not the best at conversations. Test TT laughed nervously. That's fine. Man took the lead into the woods, skipping and humming to himself. Testu followed him, her eyes darting nervously around the woods. For a while, Fan was out of sight, and I'm just gonna call test tube as test tube because because I don't know, just TT just seems a little corny for me. Excuse me. And test tube was feeling calm and inspired until a loud shriek jolted her from thinking, Test tube, help me! Test tube's eyes widened as she plunged through the undergrowth until she was at Fan's side. His leg was tied around a thin metal wire, and every time he tried to move, it got tighter. His face was panicked, and his hands shook. Hold on a second. I can get you free. Testa pulled a pair of pliers from her lap coat pocket. She crawled forward and snapped the wire gently and freed Fan's leg. He was gasping in shock. Where did you? Testa shook her head. It doesn't matter where I got those pliers. It just matters that you're safe. We need to get you out of here. There could be more traps around. She took Fan's hand and walked carefully out of the woods. His leg was crusted with a ring of blood. Tiny drops of fresh blood dripped down. Soon they had reached the edge of the trees, and Testu laid Fan down, who winced at the sight of movement. Lightbulb and Paintbrush noticed them. Immediately came rushing over. What the hell happened? Paintbrush demanded, or PB demanded as they approached. Lightbulb gasped and rushed to Fan's side. Are you okay? She asked. Yeah, I'm fine. He winced as PB glared at him. What trouble have you gotten yourself into this time? Don't blame him. It's not his fault, Testube said sadly. I should have told him to go back when I went into the woods. The woods? PB's eyes sparkled with interest and suspicion. So what exactly happened? Nice POV. Knife walked in circles, thinking carefully. He was already thinking nowadays. After a while, he noticed a commotion on the other side of the clearing. Paintbrush, test tube, and lightbulb were crowded around Fan, who was sitting down, a look of pain in his face. Knife stared at them for a moment and began to walk over when he was interrupted suddenly. Knife, have you thought about my offer? It was microphone. Are you kidding me? Why would I join you? If you killed me, Mifone could just revive me. Microphone's eyes widened in surprisingly sadness. I'm sorry, Knife, but my ally, I can't let you tell anyone else. It's for the best. You have to join us. Knife snarled at her and took a threatening step forward. Did I fucking stutter? He turned and stomped away, letting his anger shine in his eyes. Mike watched him go, her sadness expression express her sad expression darkened. She turned her gain and whispered to herself, "We have to kill him." Taco's POV, okay. We have to kill him. Interesting. She was almost sure Knife would join, considering the odds. Oh, carbon monoxide. Excuse me. Well, at least this would be more fun. Taco jumped down from the crooked tree and picked her way through the bushes and trees, with various traps scattered. She noticed one of the tree wires loose, and mentally scolded Mike for being so stupid. Then stopped as she noticed the blood shining on them. It might have caught someone, and they escaped. Good. Taco adjusted her headset. Mike, come to the crooked tree. There is something you need to see, and we need to discuss Knife. All right. Or sorry, my Stella impression. Hold on. Mike, come to the crooked tree. There is something you need to see, and we still need to discuss Knife. All right. That's better. Taco sighed impatiently. It would surely take at least 10 minutes for Mike to get here. At least she would have time to make sure some of the traps were secured. Test tube's POV. Ah! Stop! That hurts! Fan cried as Test Tube tried to tie a bandage around his sore leg. Stop complaining. This will make you feel better. Fan dodged as Test Tube once again tried to help, and he hit her face. Ow! By you little light bulb! As her call, at her call, Lightbulb brushed over and held Fan down so Test Tube would tie the bandage. Sit down, you G-Weezer! Test Tube shouted, and finally she managed to help. She sat back in relief. You can go now, Lightbulb. Okay, Lightbulb said cheerfully. Say, have you seen Painty? I haven't seen them since we told, and I'm pretty sure this was a typo. We told them about the forest traps. Lightbulb trailed off, thinking, crap. They must have gone on to check it out. Idiot! Test Tube stood up shakingly, tired from the wrestling. We need to find them, and we should warn MePhone too. She looked over at the phone in the distance. Okay, I'll go. Oh, well, hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I took a little long. Anyways, alright, let me see. I think I did. Yeah, everything's good. Oh my gosh, hold on. Sorry. Give me a moment. Yes? Okay, hold on. Sorry, my mom, is just giving me some stuff is all. Alright. Let me try to redo that part with, because I think, okay, I made this mistake a lot of times before, but I think that was light bulb that was, um, talking about, paintbrush. Just give me a moment, though. Alright. Let me just, continue reading fanfiction now. We need to find them, and we should warn me phone too. She looked over at the phone in the distance. Okay. Okay, I'll go and find a paintbrush. You guys go and tell me phone. Test tube stated. Not by yourself. Lightbulb gasp. Yes, by myself. I'm the only careful one around here. Trust me. She glanced at Fan for a moment. Her eyes shining with emotion. I will be fine. Lipa paused. Okay, but don't die on me, you hear me? She shook test tube and then ran off. Van stayed sitting, nervously looking at test tube. Oh my gosh. Sorry, just give me a moment. Give me a moment, guys. Give me a moment. Sorry, hold on. My mom is showing me some stuff. So sorry if I go in and out at the near end of this live stream. Whatever. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Hold on. These off. Shit. Hold on. Okay, no one's on the live stream, so I guess I'll just continue reading, whatever, because we're at the near end. Yeah. Oh, hi Ari. Okay. I will, she promised. Then she turned to fled into the woods, keeping her eyes open for any more traps. What was that? I was checking Discord while you were gone. Yeah, okay. Traps that may come across her path. Paintbrush's POV. Paintbrush pushed aside a mound of leaves, grumbling, "I have to find who are setting these traps," they thought. Soon they had reached a large clearing in the woods. Sunlight sparked through the treeless area. What the? This area looked too clean to be natural. Paintbrush glanced around nervously as they heard a rustle in the bushes. "Who's there?" they shouted. Their bristles began to turn orange. The bushes parted to reveal Test Tube. Her face creased with worry and relief. "Paintbrush, we have to get out of here." "No!" Paintbrush snarled, their bristles sparking. "We have to catch the person who did this before they can hurt anyone else." Tessie turned at them, determined to do something. "Listen, you cheap weezer. Sir, we sure as hell will find the person, but we should tell Meatbone first. You shouldn't waste time and energy trying before we have a plan. And please." Tessie thought for a moment before she continued. "Lightbulb would kill me if anything happened to you." Paintbrush was fumbling, their bristles already in flames, but once Test Tube mentioned Lightbulb's name, they closed their eyes and calmed themselves down. "Fine," they growled, and they followed Test Tube back. They went the way they came, looking for an obstacle trap. They'd been walking around for around 5 minutes in silence before it was broken by a shriek. The ground ahead of them was open, and there was a deep hole. Shards of glass and metal sticking out from the sides. Test Tube and Paintbrush had almost fallen in. "Whoa!" Test Tube looked shaken, clearly thinking of how close they have been. If she had fallen, she would have had shattered herself on the spikes. Paintbrush's heart was pounding with terror, and they and Test Tube backed away from the hole. "That wasn't here when I walked in. Well, when I walked, though," Test Tube mumbled to herself. They scurried around pretty quickly and kept on walking when Test Tube stopped in her tracks. "Frick," she mumbled, then turned to Paintbrush. I think we're lost." Paintbrush sighed and slapped their forehead. "Damn it, Test Tube. Okay, let me take the lead for now." Test Tube obediently stepped backwards. Microphone's POV. Goodness, I am becoming thirsty by just reading this. Oh, gosh. Alright. "So, when can we do it now?" Mike asked nervously, eyeing the taser in Taco's hands. "It's kind of obvious," Taco spoke with her silky British accent. Oh, sorry. It's kind of obvious, Taco spoke to with her silky British and totally not Stella accent. We need to scare them off. But, she added, not so much that me phone moves the competition. Just enough that keeps everyone out of the woods. Oh. Taco wanted to slap Mike. How could someone be this stupid? Come on, let's give TT and PB a scare that they won't be likely to forget. Huh? What do you mean by that? Mike asked, confused. Turn up your gain, idiot. Oh. Oh. Mike winced at the rude remark, but listened nonetheless. Soon she could hear the mumbles of two of the bright lights as they walked through the woodlands. They were clearly lost. So, Mike, prove yourself to me. Oh, prove your worth to me, Taco said to her. She watched carefully as Mike walked into the darkness. Mike walked for a long while until she reached a course of a tree and spotted the two. She remained quiet, watching carefully, as silent as a mouse. She stretched metal wires around the clearing where the two had stopped to talk for a moment. Soon they were surrounded. Mike ran off, keeping her gain up as she plummeted down behind the tree to listen. Paintbrush, we need to think things through. We can't waste any more time. Wasting time, she says. Weren't you the one who got us lost? Then a shriek of surprise broke the conversation. Then eerie silence. And that is, chapters 1 through 3. I don't know if I should. Well, I am obviously thinking of continuing reading this fanfiction. However, probably the week after next weekend. Well, depending. So yeah. But anyways, thanks for, I guess thank you for staying and all that. I hope you enjoyed this fanfiction, and, see you next time. So, yeah. I'm also still working on the storyboard. I already finished 2 pages of the storyboard. I'm working on the 3rd page. So, yeah. Alright. Bye.